Now, a while back, some of you may remember I was talking about a Rockwell 12-inch disc sander, stationary disc sander that I had seen at a flea market, and I was impressed at how smooth that thing operated. It had a nice cast iron table on it, and I really liked it. And at the time, I could have had it for $100, and I passed on it. I didn't realize how expensive some of these better quality older Rockwell sanders, how much money they go for, but they can bring some pretty decent money. So if you look at, like on eBay, past auctions, sold auctions, there's some decent money on them. And active auctions, they always tend to have a slew of them that are just kind of crazy money in my opinion. But anyways, so that ever since that time that I missed that, because I went back when I finally decided I was going to buy that sander, it was gone. So I kind of lamented not buying it, and actually found out that he sold it to one of the vendors near him who put it in his shop for automotive work or something, and he wasn't even sure where to get the pads for it. And I remember talking to him and said, if you ever decide you want to sell that thing. And the problem was, it seemed like the more I talked to him about wanting to buy it, the more it sounded like he was going to either hold on to it or he was going to try and milk me for a ton of money on the thing. So I kind of just said, well, alright, I'll have to forget about that and try and find another one. So that led me to peruse Craigslist for keyword Rockwell every once in a while. And it's funny, nothing was really coming up for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a couple weeks ago, I got a couple of hits, and they were both related to woodworking machinery and tools that they were selling. And it turns out one of them was in the city. It was actually a professional cabinetry shop that was getting rid of what they were describing as a bunch of surplus equipment. And they had listed several items, and they listed this Rockwell sander for $100. So I went out and bought myself this Rockwell. This is a 6x48 belt sander with a 12-inch disc. Now, of course, it's got a couple of problems. Alright, the first thing is it's missing the small table that goes on the front here, with also the bracket. Oh, geez, that scared me. It's a cricket. It's just a little cricket. Anyways, it's missing the special bracket on the side here that's got a slotted area that goes with this locking screw, which is still present. Trunnion. So it's missing the trunnion and the small table that goes here, and you can see, well, it looks like the hornets have already set up shop in there and got a nest in there. Anyways, well, that's one of those white-faced hornets. Those things are nasty. Son of a gun. Actually, I think those hornets are living in my hot tub. They get underneath the cabinet. They like it in there. So anyways, there's the part that goes here. This is, you would loosen this and it would allow the table to tilt. So trunnion. So that long since gone. So they had fabricated this this fixed. This is laminated wood. Looks like 3/4 inch cabinet plywood that they stacked up, and they made themselves basically a little table out of it. And then, so that's missing. The good news is that the big table here for the 12-inch, that's present. Then the guard that goes on this side is missing, which I think is just a sheet metal guard, and those occasionally show up on eBay and they're reasonably priced. But then the top guard, see that hornet? Anyways, this top guard that goes on the top here, and then there's supposed to be a I think there's supposed to be a knob like this that goes on the top there. But anyways, that guard assembly there, that's a casting, I believe. And when those show up on eBay, they go from anywhere from $50 to $100. So I don't know if I'm going to end up just maybe fabricating something. But so this is, For $100, I'm quite happy. Oh yeah, and the last problem is right down there. It's a 3-phase motor. Now the good news is, it's a good motor. The bad news is it's 3-phase, meaning I'm going to have to either run it off a converter, or I noticed that the way that motor bolts in there, it's going to be pretty easy for me to take that out and just put another motor in there. So that's I'm going to probably just switch the motor out altogether. So for anybody who's interested, there's a data plate right there. This is an FR8928. That's what it looks like. And so I'm going to get this into my little alpine tent there thing, because it's just been under the tarp since I brought it home a couple weeks ago, because I don't have room for it down in the basement right now, and the table's already got flash rust on it. It had a little bit of rust on it. I'm getting chased by a hornet. Flipping hornets. Anyways, hopefully there isn't a nest in that thing, because I'm going to try and wheel that over to the alpine shed and get it out of the weather.